Hi, this is Claudia Moulter and Brad Reedy, and we are in Failure as Learning Group 1. And we chose this topic because it's something we were both very interested in, and we're going to give a little overview of why we were interested in this topic and what our brainstorming has been.
Our original thought was looking at ways to use failure as a way to learn, just as the wicked problem uh, already states. But we wanted to look at ways to use technology, obviously, to aid students so that when they do have a failure in the classroom, that it can be turned around and they can learn from it.
And we both talked about how we've noticed that students either see failure as a shortcoming and a weakness and they do everything they can to avoid it, or they're just really way too comfortable with failing and they're just see it as their best option and they choose to fail without even trying. So something that we wanted to explore in trying to solve this problem is how we can kind of turn that around and reteach our students that failure is okay and it's something you should learn from. So a happy medium between being so panicked about failing or panicked about getting a B and the other extreme of failure being your best choice and that's what you're comfortable with.
I think another aspect as well was looking at, what the student's motivation was for doing well and maybe what the consequence was of failure. So changing that mindset. In a traditional classroom, the motivation is, well, you don't want to fail because you're going to get a poor grade. You will be punished, your grade will suffer as a result. So part of it is also changing that motivation so that it's not just the grade that the student is looking at. It's that, hey, failure is okay because you're going to learn from it, and that you will ultimately be judged on how you improve and the changes that you make and what you learn from maybe that mistake the first time.
So some of the challenges that we've encountered, the complexities are how do we reverse the past, um, you know, 10 plus years of education that our students have had where they're focused on doing the best and being perfect. How do you reverse that? And how do we show them that they can have multiple opportunities to learn from their failure and to fix their mistakes because they're not used to that. So those were some of the things that we brainstormed, and you will see more of this in our final product.